My name is Brandon Elmore. I'm a interventional/structural cardiologist. I did my medical school training at East Tennessee State University, and during my time there I fell in love with cardiology during my anatomy and physiology courses, and then ultimately ended up going to do my internal medicine training at University of Louisville, and then stayed on for general cardiology. During my time there, I was involved in research and actually did quite a bit of research involving stem cell therapy for patients with heart failure. And then I ultimately ended up going to Case Western in Cleveland, Ohio for my interventional cardiology training. During my time there, I actually stayed on to do an additional year of training that was dedicated to structural cardiology and peripheral intervention. So structural cardiology being the management of valvular disorders and closing abnormal holes in the heart, things of that matter, and then peripheral intervention being fixing blockages in the legs in addition to putting stents in the heart. I'm not an open heart surgeon. I'm an interventional cardiologist, so I do procedures, but all of these procedures are performed percutaneously, meaning through small nick in the skin. We don't do large incisions or what the lay people call open heart surgery, but we are able to offer a lot of groundbreaking procedures that achieve the same result without the large incision. My philosophy of medicine sort of stems from when I was a child. My father had an unfortunate injury of his hand where he ended up cutting his fingers very badly, and I ultimately went to therapy sessions with him. And it was through my experience there that I realized I wanted to do medicine. And the thing that was really driven home at that time was how careful and comprehensive medical care can put somebody back to a functional status that they had before the injury occurred. And so as I transitioned into cardiology, my goal has been to provide the most comprehensive and meticulous care so that although patients may have disease processes, they're able to carry on the quality of life that they would have if they didn't have the disease process. And when I'm not at work, I enjoy the outdoors, so I spend a lot of time hunting, shooting, and fishing. One of my hobbies is I make my own fishing lures, so I spend my spare time in the winter when it's not fishing season, airbrushing and painting fishing lures that I then try out in the spring. I think what makes Central Georgia Heart special is that we have experts in the field from a lot of different subspecialties. So when you come to Central Georgia Heart, you're able to get the entirety of your care without having to go outside. So we have specialists in interventional cardiology, the people that put stents in the heart. We have experts in electrophysiology, those that put pacemakers and deal with abnormal heart rhythms. We have vein specialists in the vein clinic. And then now that I'm here, we have a structural cardiologist. My role has really been to bring a new and exciting therapy to the group and into the community, which is a procedure called TAVR, which is basically the replacement of the main valve leading out of the heart called the aortic valve, without actually cutting the chest open. So through a very tiny incision, approximately a quarter inch in diameter, I'm able to insert a new heart valve through the artery in the groin and place a new heart valve without ever cutting the chest open. And patients recover fairly quickly. Within 24 to 48 hours usually they're out of the hospital, and within 5 days they usually make a full recovery. So we're very excited about the opportunity as there are a lot of patients that struggle with this debilitating disease process and don't have a lot of good options from a surgical standpoint because they're at increased risk due to age or their other medical problems. So this is a great alternative, and we've been making significant strides to implementing this program here in Macon.